Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the longer readings for June 16th through the 30th for my Leos. Hello, my Leos. So, hope you're doing great. Now, longer reading means I use 3 decks of cards. I use my Bradley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, gives us that main message. I follow with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, fills in those gaps, and then I finish with my Osho Zen Tarot cards to kind of give us any words of advice. Now, what is happening for June 17th is that full moon. It is in Sagittarius. It's a very hopeful, optimistic energy with the moon. This is the time that I say go out there, release, relinquish, request, release what's holding you back, relinquish what doesn't serve you, and request the good stuff. Okay, now there is something going to happen like right after that, like the 17th, so this would be like 18th, 19th. There are some planets that are going to be kind of I don't know, I feel like they're bossy planets. so it could affect you a little bit. So even though this is very optimistic, good energy, it could be kind of like taking it and you being the one that has that good energy. So just be aware of that. Now, the 21st is when we go into Cancer season, water sign. Then then this is meaning your astrological year is coming to an end with this, and then we'll be coming to your season. So with the 21st, Cancer season, but also for the Northern Hemisphere, it is the summer solstice. And the Southern Hemisphere, it is the winter solstice. So there's a lot of different type of energy with that too. The thing also to be aware of, and this is going to go into July, which will affect which will affect you to a point. But from July 7th through the 31st, Mercury goes back into retrograde. Now, the interesting part is that this year, the first Mercury retrograde was mostly in Pisces. This one is mostly in Cancer, and the next one will be mostly in Scorpio. What does that mean? We'll see what that happens. But emotional, that's emotional, and retrograde, besides there being mechanical, electrical type of disruptions, there's a lot of things where people come back into your life. I recommend to you do not start a job in Mercury retrograde. I have started a job in Mercury retrograde, and I knew, and I was like, I tried to not make it in that way, but nope. And yes, then I was laid off from that job. So it does, what goes, it appears to be going backwards, and then it has to go forward. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have 3 cards. The first card is reversed, and this is the 5 of water. Okay, water is about emotions, and it's about, that going with that flow, that going down that stream. 5 is about change. Okay, so there's some changes in some type of emotion. Now, I was warning about, those planets that, and I think it's Neptune and Mercury, and maybe Mars too. Yeah, Neptune, Mars, and Mercury, I think it is. So there's all that going on, and it's just kind of, it could be a very emotional time for you. So maybe you have started that job. Maybe you are, maybe you're, I don't know, somebody might be getting married too. A lot of June weddings, and so there's a lot of emotions going on. Just because, it may not necessarily feel positive, but it doesn't mean that it's not, okay? It means, to me, I feel like there's a lot of emotions being pulled out. A lot of, it's like you're emptying out that garbage can of your emotions, and you're getting rid of stuff, but in order for you to get rid of it, you have to cry over it a little bit to let it go, okay? Whoever that's for. So, things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. So again, this is something that, it's just the emotions are a little bit on the higher side. Just be aware of it. And when you're aware of it, maybe there's some opportunities that you entered into and I don't say that they didn't, but they're not going quite the way you wanted it to go. it's okay. It is okay because I feel that things will settle down. And again, there are, it's, again, I feel like a bride and groom with wedding jitters. Okay, let's use that as an example. So those, am I making the right decision? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Oh my gosh, the caterer canceled. I mean, it's these type of things where you wanted them to be, that you just wanted to end this month in a nice happy place, and it's like these little emotional type of issues keep popping up. Okay, be aware, just be aware of it. Now, next card, the Four of Earth. Now, Earth, of course, is our, water, if I didn't say Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Earth is, of course, our Taurus, our Virgo, and our Capricorn. Solid type of energy. So now, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. So here we are. Again, I keep going back to that bride analogy, that bride and groom. Oh, did we pay too much for the rehearsal? Did we pay too much for the reception? So there's this thing about, it's just this kind of unease right now. There's just this uneasy energy. But most of it is, I'm not going to say that, I mean, we live in the world, so I'm not going to say that the world isn't affecting us in this way. But a lot of this is coming from our own, id, our own self. It's our own inner being, okay? It's more us. We're creating a lot of this tension and energy. We're not necessarily pulling out the trust, okay? We're not necessarily holding on. So, last card, the Three of Air. Okay, so here, this is great. Okay. Air, of course, is our Gemini and our Libra and our Aquarius. Great sadness. Take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself or others. So yeah, I'm really feeling that a lot of this energy is more self-induced. It's more, you might have gotten that dream job and now you're in it and now you're a little bit scared because you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? maybe I should have started in the mailroom, and here you're like, you should be president of the company, and maybe like, oh, I don't even know what's going on with this. So there's going to be a lot of this is self-induced. Okay, know that, own that. A lot of it is. Just own it. Okay, just know it. And if you own it and know it, it will actually calm you down. Now remember, I'm a Leo too. I'm like going like, oh, I really wish I had a policy where I said, let's do over. But it's okay. It's just, it's almost too like, because we are coming towards that time. It's the end of our astrological season, and then we're going to be we're going to be new again. It's going to, start over. And it's kind of like us looking back and saying, it's like a New Year's Eve thing. It's kind of saying, oh, what happened? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? It's just that it's more, like I said, it's more our own anxiety, okay? It's our own worries. It's not that we don't. It's just that we might not to the point that we want, okay? I hope that makes sense. If it is about work or something, it's because we're used to coming in and owning it, okay? We're used to doing a really great job, okay? If it's about an interpersonal relationship, there, whatever, I don't know what the insecurities could be, because like I said, like the wedding analogy keeps coming to me, but, there could be, it could be just that a person comes into your life that is like, wow, this is the best person in the world, and so what's wrong with that person? Okay. Or it could be that, that other person is actually taking off and you're like, no, stay with me. It could be family. You know what I'm saying? So there could be I'm not going to say that there's not contributing factors, but, we have to be aware of how we're going to react to a lot of that. So that I feel is like an underlying, though. I really feel that's more of the underlining. As Leos, we can control that. We can control that, and we can be aware of that. Okay, and if we're aware of it, we can actually work with it too. Okay. So let's go on and see. Okay, 2 cards did pop up, and they popped up face up. So this one is reversed. The third eye chakra. Okay, that's this one here. This is your intuition. This is your connection with the divine, higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe. Did I miss anyone? The divine, this is your connection. This is what's going to get you through this time, is keeping that connection open, because I really feel that this is, what I really feel this is all about? Okay, now, well, because this is coming to, this is, I'm an intuitive channeler. It's like things are starting to pick up and go well for you, okay? Go well for me too. Things are starting to work better, okay? And just as there's I'm always talking about staying positive and being positive and keeping your mind and your words positive. So it's like when things are starting to work well for you, it's like this negative energy tries to undermine it, okay? So this is really very, it's very apropos for you, for me, for us. It's very much saying, hey, things are starting to go better for you. Things are coming to you. You are attracting positive stuff. You don't think a negative, if you want to say entity, is going to try to keep you from enjoying it. I feel like, this really was coming to me now. It's like you're being gifted. You don't think that there's not something out there that tries to steal the gifts, okay? So this is, again, where whoever it is, I'm not preaching religion at all. No, whoever that is to you, you make sure you keep that connection really, really strong, okay? Because it's kind of like, hey, but this is the thing about Leos. You know what? You're trying to take my blessings away or my gifts away or my stuff away. Oh, heck with you. You are not taking this away. So if that means that I'm going to be worried about this stuff, oh, maybe I'll be worried about it. But no. I'm not even giving you that much. Okay? I'm not even giving you that much. I'm not giving you my worry. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you out there, because when it came to me, it was like, oh my goodness. Okay. It was really, okay. Next card, fertility. This is about growth, okay? This is about being gifted. This is about being given, okay? Things are like really going to start working for you. Now, you might have to, these 2 weeks might be a little bit tense because, it might be new to you. It might be a little bit stressful. You might have taken a little bit of a risk, but you've took a calculated risk. You might be, kind of going, I'm working on trust, but it will pay off. It will pay off. Now, last card. Okay. That is upside down. There we go. Obstacles and challenges. Yeah, there are always obstacles and challenges, but you know what? Leos can handle this. Leos can deal with obstacles and challenges. And if we approach it correctly, if we approach it as, oh, heck, you're not taking my stuff away from me, we will deal with it. Don't even think that we won't. Okay? So it really, like I said, I'm a intuitive channeler. So, I use the cards, I show you the cards, it does help me too. But then when I get that message, and that came extremely clear to me, Again, it's like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with my Leos. Okay, so let's see, any final advice. So if something's trying to mess, if there's a negative energy that's trying to mess with us, that means that we are definitely on that right path, okay? That means that we are doing what we're supposed to do, and we are getting the stuff that we're supposed to be getting. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had a couple cards fall out. Osho Zen Tarot. So this is going to be kind of like that speed reading, or speed, like I could say speed dating, but speed reading. This is advice card. Okay. Watch out that we don't become too complacent, or you don't become too lazy. Okay. Don't just accept it. Oh, look it's all here now. Everything's good. You still have to put in your effort. So be aware of that. Okay. Because yes, my Leos, we do like to lay in the sun. Okay. So now, but be aware. Don't be complacent. Don't get into a thing of, oh, look, I've done this now and I'm just going to let this all happen. Yes, a lot of things we have to let happen, but we still have to put in our efforts. Okay, this one was what we were just talking about, and this is reversed. The other one was reversed too, and that means it's a really strong card for us, for you. Trust. Trust in that greater supernatural being, okay? Trust, keep that connection strong. This is going to be really important these last 2 weeks of June. Next card, the Master. This is unique to this card. And again, this is, this goes along with this and this, the Master. This is, realize that there is an external force. There is a positive, there is a negative. Now, some people say that it's all in one. Some say that they balance each other. But there is this, there is an external master, okay? Or guardian angel, divine, spirit guide, higher power, voice of the universe, whoever that is, whatever that is to you. Now, the one thing that I always do say when I get this card, well, I don't always say, but I try to, is when we get this card, this is to also remind us to say thank you, okay? Next, and this will be in that full moon, see that moon in the back? It's a good time to do that. Next card is politics, okay? So I'm going to go with what I was just talking about before. Be aware that there is a negative energy out there, and that negative energy does like to snatch up the gifts and the blessings. Be aware of it. Be watchful. Don't be lazy. Trust your higher power. Be aware of it. And your last card, totality. Okay? Totality. Things coming together. Now, with this, this is a 5. 5 is about change. But if you look at this, there's the sun, there's the, and as that person on the trapeze is, that person's reaching for that next person, or that other person has left, I think that person's reaching more so in this case, and there has to be some trust. There has to be trust. Okay? And that goes again with what we have here. So, just to kind of like summarize a little bit, the anxiety, the stress, the, when thoughts are trying to be put into our head, when, whenever a negative energy comes in, that means that a lot of positive stuff is happening or is about to happen. And it's trying to derail, okay? It's trying to keep it from happening. That's, again, we need to stay extremely positive, because even though this might have started out negative, or it might have started out not positive, it actually means that there's a lot of energy being moved in our direction that's very positive for us, okay? So keep your eye on the prize. Is that right? Keep your eye on the prize, because the prize is coming. The prize is here. The prize is coming. So please remember also to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, my Leos, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.